What's up, guys? Back again with another video, back again with another recap. We're gonna recap what I saw in the markets for Friday and just go over what happened. Alright, let's see this. Okay, so this is what I was looking at on 9/12. I actually made a note of it so I wouldn't forget. Currently, I'm making this video September 15th. It's 7:30 at night. So basically, we're gonna go to the performance. I actually ended up losing this trade, but I'm gonna losing the account, but I'm gonna let you guys know what happened. So basically, Thursday was cool, and honestly, Friday was some BS. I'm gonna tell you right now, Friday was BS. We gonna get into it. So let's get into it. So Friday, I came into the charts, and I had this marked up, which was this is basically a chart pattern. Basically, it was, I believe it's called the downward flag. This is the 5-minute. Let me see if I can go to the hour chart right here. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, right here on the hourly to your left hand side, this was the downward flag, and this is the initial move I was catching for the upside if you guys watched my last recap. But it ended up tanking, which I should have known because that's usually what it does. It does a little fake out and then it falls. So boom, not only did it fall, this was on the 11th, so we're here for the 12th. I decided to draw out this demand play or supply play and see what would have happened. So if you come over here on the right side to the smaller time frame, this is the 15-minute. I caught price where it seemed to be fluctuating. We seemed to be rejecting. So usually there was a saying back in 2022, 2023, 2024. I don't know if it still stands, but for support and resistance, price will show you that they want to resist at a certain level, which we were resisting at this 36.70. So usually the rule is that price will tap this resistance 4 times and then it will fall. So I saw that we tapped 1, 2, 3, then we had 4 on the body of the candle, and then we broke through. So as soon as we broke through, I scaled down to the 1 minute, and I decided to take a quick 1 to 2, and I also saw if there were any fair value gaps on the lower time frame, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I did two things. I wanted liquidity sweep, so I would have took it from this green candle, these wicks of these candles, or we would have filled the liquidity. So I was really looking to a 1 to 3 because I was very confident, okay, because that's the rule. If resistance taps the resistant level 4 times, it's gonna break it. But for some reason we had a fake out and we shot up to the top. So after we shot up to the top, I remember I put this supply play here, and as you can see, supply play order block. When it wicks the order block on the top of it, then that's another entry for you to get in for a buy. So I saw the wick of this, and yes, this did play out to my desire. But the thing is that I remember that with this downward flag, forgive me if that's not the name of the chart pattern, but with this chart pattern, it's supposed to wick the top, right? So not only do we come down and we take a sale for this, but it also is supposed to clear all these wicks at the top, because again, this is liquidity, right? So this whole play right here, where's my brush? This whole play right here was where I actually initially wanted to hold. Hold on. I wanted to hold for that. So that would have been an easy 1 to 4. And that was my goal. But the problem was is that I was doing break even. So if we go down to the 1 minute, if we go down to the 1 minute, this was the choppy price action we were seeing at hold on, let me bring out my calculator. 21 minus 12. Okay, so surprisingly 9 o'clock at night. It felt like 1 a.m. to me, but 1 o'clock at night. So it kept, so the thing was is that I got in here, it went up, and then it was coming back down, and it actually hit my break even. So I was like, okay, like, should I get back in? Should I not? So basically the whole time I was like riding the wave of, should I get back in? Should I not get back in? Should I get back in? And eventually I did end up getting back in. So here is one of the, let's actually do the first note. So I said recap for 9/12. FOMO was in the room with us, and it was the fact that I was trying to catch this buy. Okay, so right here on the right hand side, it's pretty hard to see, but right here I was trying to ride this up. But eventually I got stopped out because I had break even. I got back in, and let's see what this one says. So I got back in, and this was one of those trades where it was like, I don't care about losing my account. I'm gonna go heavy. I know it's gonna hit. Like, I know I'm about to make $1,000 from this because this is textbook. Like, once you have to fill in the liquidity above when we hit a chart pattern, because I've made money off this chart pattern many times before. So boom. So right here the note says went heavy, had $200 left before I lost the account. I was up 1,000%. Wait, I had $200 left in the account, and I was 1,000%, and 1,000% meaning I was very confident, highly confident that this was going to work out. I had to go back into my studying days and remember chart patterns, and thank God to slow price action. I was able to catch it Asian session midnight. So yeah, so this was around 23:54. Again, if I pull out the calculator, 23 minus 12, that's 11 o'clock. I kid you not, the chart is saying it was 11 o'clock, but I kid you not, this play probably took, yeah, 1:31 a.m. in the morning. It was probably like 2 a.m., but the chart is saying 1:30. So okay, 1:30. So that's basically what happened. We rolled this up, we filled the gaps below. So okay, so I'm gonna show y'all right here. Rolled this up, break even, got back in because fair value gap, as you can see, fair value gap, rolled this back up. I was up like 600, came back down, put this as a demand play, got in at 1:06 a.m. Rolled it up. I said, boom, I could have took my little 1-to-1, but a 1-to-1 was like $20. So I rolled this up, and I said, I still want to hit right here. Brought up, so I got in here, right? So my stop loss was down here. Got out right here, right? I put the demand play. I said, we're going to shoot up again. Got back in, 1:29 a.m. Was going up great. Was up $600, and it tanked. I don't know. I'm done trading for the week. My hope is very gleam. Should have slept. Should have stopped in profit, but also was 1,000% certain it was going to hit my TP. For now, it's $200 a day, no more, no less. This market is BS. So that's where I was referring to, that I got in. I did my fair value gap down here. We shot back up. We're going up. We're like, let me see how many ticks were we. Ooh, where's the tick calculator? Yeah, so let's say we were right here. We were literally 23 ticks away from hitting my $2.30 away from hitting my profit, my TP. But as you can see, price wanted to come back down, And this is where choppy markets play in and following your rules and blah blah blah. So yeah, so I was pretty much done here because it hit my TP. I think I was out like $300. But the good thing about this was that I cut my losses early and I wasn't out. I was not out any money. Like, I was still in the game. I still had time. So as soon as that happened, I was done. I was done. I didn't come back into the market again. I said, forget it. I'm done. And as you can see, if I would have kept holding, we literally trickled down, fell all the way back to this entry that I had down here on the 15-minute. So this is when I said, oh, this is another downward flag. And as you can see, if I pull this over, it would have somewhat hit my stop loss, or hit my TP, but that was September 14th. And as you can see, it filled the fair gap. So you see how price always comes back to fill these fair value gaps, right? So we filled that fair value gap and we shot back up. And then I guess this was all today, Monday price, where price literally shot up, which I was not in for Monday. I was only trading Friday. I didn't look at the chart Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So now this is where we get into the BS. Because I made sure, I was like, listen, I'm not paying for another account. I'm going to make sure. So this $2,000 right here that you see is actually BS. Because apparently at y'all saw what I just told y'all for gold 133. I made about $50. 1:33 a.m. I went to bed, okay? My daily goal is to go to bed every day around 2 a.m. minimum. I have never traded at 4:10. This was 4:10 a.m. and I took a long on gold and I was out $1,120. And I even like look at this. I had a one lot for that 1 a.m. trade. This surprisingly was a two lot. A two lot entry time at 2:02 a.m. and they took me out at 4:10. Yeah, no, and this is where I know like some suspicious activity has been going on in my account because I know for a fact I went to bed at 2 a.m. I don't know how somebody or the trading ghosts were able to make a trade at 2:02 a.m. when I got out of a trade at 1:33 a.m. And even if that was the case, my profit target to be out is around $200. So if I was up and I saw that I was out $1,120, it's not possible. Knowing me, I know who I am, so it's not possible. So basically, because even look at all of these. September 11th, 190. 210. Then we made some profit. 230, 220. 270 was the highest. 150. This trade on my account was not me. I went to Wendy. If you guys use Top Step, you know who Wendy is. Wendy transferred me over to their actual human customer support team. And they told me that somebody might have activated my account, make sure I don't give away my credentials to other people. And they told me there's nothing they could do because whoever was on the account, it was them. So unfortunately, at 2:02 to 4:10 a.m., I happened to blow my account on September 12th. So this was kind of like a slap in the face. This is not the first time this has happened to me. Market manipulation is a very, very much real thing. But also when you are trading for brokers like this, you have to remember that you are playing in somebody's VM. And when I say VM, I'm talking about virtualization machine. This whole thing is a demo account where somebody is literally giving you the props of going into a fake account to trade. So that 50K is not yours. That's borrowed or imagination money. But long story short, they blew my someone blew my account. I didn't blow my account because, as you can see, I had to lose $1,100 before they took me out. Like, do you get what I'm saying though? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, $1,100 to be out is crazy. So I'm not feeling no type of way about it. We still have 2.5 weeks left in September, so I am gonna go for the try again. Tuesday, today I took a little break. I am trying to prioritize more things that have to do with me and my life, more things that will help me move forward. Trading will always be here, okay? So even when you're long gone and in the grave, trading will always be here. So I'm not too worried about it. I've been seeing a lot of people have been having trouble trading in the market recently. A lot of TikTok traders, Andrew Diaz, tweaking trades. I've just seen a lot of people been struggling in this market, and a lot of people who have been getting exposed, like Savage DFX, and then one of the African traders, I think Pippin Forex. Hold on, we're gonna look him up right now. Let's see. I guess, yeah, Mr. PFX. Mr. PFX and Daniel Savage have been getting exposed this week for saying that they made a bunch of money in the markets, which isn't true. I've also seen Key Flow. Let me see. Key Flow. Yep. Key Flow trades. He's made some money, and he's also been struggling in agent session. So I don't blame them. I would say that we are in a choppy market, a consolidating market. I would also say that there's a lot of news. People are going back to school. Politics are more wild than ever. So that's just what we're dealing with in today's time. But I will continue to make more recap videos. But that was just for last week. That's for a recap of September 12th. That's what we went through. That's what I saw in the market. And hopefully next week we can see what happens next.
Anyway, so